Welcome to our California Real Estate Exam Prep video series. We'll give you 20 daily practice questions for the next 100 days with detailed answers to help you pass the exam and get your license. If you like our videos, please like and subscribe. Let's start now. 1. If an owner acquires land which includes riparian rights appurtenant, such riparian rights. A. Give the owner absolute ownership of the water. B. Must be expressed in the trust deed. C. May be determined accurately from an examination of public records at the county recorder's office. D. Concern the use of moving water, such as a stream within the watershed. Answer: D. On current salesperson exams, riparian rights refer to moving water, such as a river or stream. Two. Real property includes A. Chattel mortgages. B. Trust deeds. C. Vegetation. D. Furniture. Answer: C. Naturally growing plant life, vegetation, rooted in the soil, is considered real property. 3. Which of the following is an example of a freehold estate? A. The interested, created by a trust deed. B. An estate at will. C. A life estate. D. A leasehold estate. Answer: C. A life estate is a freehold estate which is limited to someone's life. 4. The covenant of quiet enjoyment most directly relates to A. Nuisances maintained on adjoining property. B. Possession of real property. C. Title to real property. D. All of the above. Answer: B. Every lease has an implied covenant on the part of the landlord to provide the tenant with possession and quiet enjoyment of the premises. 5. A tenant has entered into a 2-year lease. The lease makes no mention of assignment or subleasing. The tenant A. May assign or sublease to another tenant, because the lease made no mention of assignment or subleasing. B. May sublease to another tenant, but only with the prior consent of the landlord. C. Cannot sublease to another tenant. D. May assign the lease, but not sublease. Answer: A. In the absence of a provision in the lease, a tenant may assign or sublet without the landlord's permission. 6. Which of the following is not an encumbrance? A. A lease. B. An easement. C. A lien. D. A homestead. Answer: D. A homestead is not an encumbrance. 7. Private restrictions on the use of land may be created by A. Private land use controls. B. Written agreement. C. A developer's general plan restrictions for a subdivision. D. All of the above. Answer: D. Private restrictions are created by private land use controls, written agreements, and by a developer's general plan. 8. Most lenders, when they are deciding whether or not to make a proposed real estate loan, try to minimize the A. Overall net yield. B. Loan-to-value ratio. C. Chance of a substandard loan becoming a part of their portfolio. D. The borrower's difficulties which may arise in the future, such as a divorce or death. Answer. C. A substandard loan is one that is more likely to go into default. A lender would try to reduce the possibility of any new loan being substandard. 9. When imposing restrictions on a new large subdivision, the procedure normally used is A. To publish them in a newspaper of general circulation at least 30 days prior to the first sale. B. To include them in the final public report issued by the Real Estate Commissioner. C. To include them as a covenant in the deed to each individual parcel. D. To record them with the county recorder, with adequate reference made thereto in the deed to each parcel. Answer. D. The imposition of private restrictions on a new subdivision is normally achieved by recording them once and then referring to the recorded restriction in each deed to an individual parcel. 10. A real estate broker presented an offer to a seller which met the terms of the listing. The offer was from a financially qualified black person. Later, his salesperson presented the seller an offer at a lower price from white prospects. The seller did not accept either offer, but instead sold the property to a neighbor through the same salesperson. The neighbor wanted to buy the property so as to prevent a minority person moving into the neighborhood. Which of the following parties has not violated the Civil Rights Act of 1968? A. Seller. B. Neighbor. C. White prospects. D. Salesperson. Answer. C. The white prospective buyers who made an offer that was turned down have not violated the Federal Civil Rights Act. The neighbor has because he is attempting to prevent minorities from moving into the area, and the seller has because he has cooperated in the process in presenting that offer from the neighbor to the seller. 11. A standard policy of title insurance protects the insured against A. Defects known by the insured to exist at the date of the policy that are undisclosed to the insurance company. B. Lack of capacity of a party to any transaction involving title to the land. C. The power of eminent domain. D. Unrecorded easements. Answer. B. No insurance will cover choice A, which represents fraud, nor choice C, which is governmental regulations. Choice D is covered by extended coverage, but not by a standard policy. 12. In making the decision of whether or not to issue a title policy, the title insurance company would be most concerned with those documents that appear within the A. Title guarantee. B. Title report. C. Chain of title. D. Title search. Answer. C. Documents would be discovered during a title search. The documents which are most significant would appear within the chain of title. 13. Lenders charge points in connection with FHA-insured loans in order to A. Close the gap between the market rate and fixed rates. B. Increase the effective yield. C. Obtain the market yield. D. All of the above. Answer: D. The lender is allowed to charge the seller the points to compensate the lender for charging a lower interest rate than he would for a comparable conventional loan. 14. In income-producing property valued by the capitalization approach, if the property taxes increase and all else remains equal, the property value will A. Increase more than the amount of the annual tax increase. B. Decrease more than the amount of the annual tax increase. C. Decrease an amount equal to the amount of the annual tax increase. D. Increase an amount equal to the amount of the annual tax increase. Answer: B. Inasmuch as the property taxes increased, that means the expenses increased, and therefore, if the same capitalization rate is used, the value would decrease. The value will decrease more than the amount of the annual taxes, because of the capitalization rate being a multiplying factor. For instance, if the annual taxes increased $100 and thus the expenses increased $100, and the investor used a 10% capitalization rate, the value of the property would decrease $1,000. Try this, making up numbers and using the capitalization formula of value equals income/capitalization rate. 15. Which of the following pairs of words are synonymous? A. Takeout loan, interim loan. B. Construction loan, interim loan. C. Construction loan, takeout loan. D. Takeout loan, progressive payment loan. Answer: B. Takeout loan is considered the final or long-term loan. Construction loan made to complete the improvements on real property. Interim loan, another name for a construction loan. Progressive loan, another type of construction loan. 16. Interest rates on trust deed loans are primarily determined by which of the following? A. Demand for supply of money. B. National defense policies and status of federally insured loans. C. The relative value of the U.S. dollar on the international money market. D. None of the above. Answer: A. Interest rates fluctuate according to the laws of supply and demand. 17. When a salesperson takes a listing which does not authorize the listing broker to accept a deposit from an offer or toward purchase of the property, the broker should advise his salesperson that A. The broker will not be able to accept a deposit from an offeror. B. It is an implied right of a broker to accept a deposit in behalf of the seller on any offer. C. A deposit will be accepted and retained by the broker from the offeror, but only as agent for the offeror. D. None of the above. Answer: C. When the listing does not authorize the broker to receive a deposit for the seller, he becomes the buyer's agent in the receipt and holding of the deposit. 18. The effectiveness of the market data approach of appraising would be limited most by which of the following? A. The financing terms of comparable property. B. Types of property that are regularly sold. C. Economic conditions that rapidly change. D. The differences in the comparable property. Answer C. If economic conditions are rapidly changing, it is difficult to make the adjustments to the price of the comparable property. 19. When a lender on a graduated payment mortgage is making disclosures that are required under the Truth in Lending law concerning advertising, he must disclose the A. Lender's name, B. Broker's name, C. Property location, D. Different monthly payments. Answer D. According to the Truth in Lending law, when advertising a graduated payment loan, the monthly payments must be disclosed. 20. Which of the following is the most difficult for the mortgage lender to evaluate? A. The value of the property securing the mortgage. B. The degree of risk inherent in the mortgage. C. The interest return on the capital. D. The cost of making the loan. Answer B. The degree of risk refers to many intangible factors, such as the reliability of the borrower, which are difficult to evaluate. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing to our channel so you don't miss out on our future videos. We look forward to seeing you in the next one.